All right, so should be live now. Hopefully, if I set up this whole thing correctly. And let's see. Yep, I see green. People should start filing in. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Joseph, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of work on the Chromag. We're going to be putting on a chainstay protector using a little bit of common electrical tape. So, it's kind of a gloomy Sunday afternoon. Hey, how's it going? As soon as possible. All right. What's up? Hey, Panda, how's it going? Sorry, just trying to get my setup here a little bit janky in here, but we'll make do. How's everyone doing today? I think like half the nation's covered in gloom and clouds, and in BC, it's like sunny for a change. My buddy up in Bellingham was showing me pictures of all this great footage that he got yesterday with a pro rider, and it was all sunny and beautiful. I'm just like, oh, I hate you so much. Why is it sunny there but not in Austin? What's up, G? Panda enters the competition. Yeah, so today, guys, we're going to be working on the Chromag. Let me show you what... Yeah, let the building begin. Not so much building, more of arts and crafts today, but let me show you what I'm talking about. So, this right here, all these little specks, that's not glitter. Those are pits in the paint, because guess what genius went riding and didn't put a chainstay protector on? This guy right here. So, today we're going to be wrapping that. Oh, yeah. Your 360 camera giveaway. That's pretty cool. You're giving that away, man. Trail kisses. that's a unique way to put it. So normally most people would just wrap this with like an inner tube or electrical tape, tire, what have you. Nothing wrong with that. Those actually work pretty good. I like to get a little bit more fancy. So today what we're going to do is we're going to wrap it with electrical tape, but we're going to do kind of like a braid for it. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Watch this while driving. Shane, man, do I need to tell your wife that you're making poor life decisions? Is that what we're going to have to do? Driving and watching me live stream. I don't know if that's a good combination, man. I know. Everyone keeps saying that I sound like Ethan from H3H3. I guess I see a little bit of a resemblance, but not much. So with this, I've already put some clear nail polish on this stuff to keep it from rusting underneath the tape, because we don't want that to happen. And I'm just going to add a little bit of black electrical tape to the mix here, just to give it a little bit more padding, because I get pretty rowdy with this guy. Now you could just wrap a chainstay with black electrical tape and that would be pretty much good, but we're going to get a little bit more fancy. Are you guys getting audio issues? I saw someone mentioned, is it cutting out for anyone else? I am not using 3M tape. I'm using the cheapo dollar store stuff today. This is just the base coating. This is just to add another layer of insulation. Crappy frame rate. Really? You guys are getting crappy frame rate? Who else is getting crappy frame rate? Looks pretty smooth on my end. Yeah, I guess I can see a little bit of dropping frames. That sucks. That's frustrating. All right, let me get this wrapped and then we'll take a look. I think I might know what's going on. I'm using my work laptop because my main system actually died. And I need to get the motherboard replaced on it. I know I did like a big project swapping out parts a while back, but that was completely unstable and stupid expensive, so I just returned everything. Definitely want to wrap this as tight as I can. I don't want any creases. Creases really mess with you when you're doing this braiding stuff. What's up, Eric? Yeah, I think the video is just going to be a little jittery for you guys because I'm doing picture-in-picture. It's a lot for my little work laptop to deal with. All right, where to put those scissors? Okay. All right, so we got the base coat on, right? Technically, this camera right here is the Logitech Brio, and if I wanted to, I could stream in 4K, but the lag would be ridiculous. Like, I would say something and then have to wait like 30 seconds for you guys to reply. I do want to do a 4K stream once, just to say that I did it, but it is not practical. Let's see. How do you guys make a logo for a mountain bike channel? I just used Adobe Photoshop to make this, and it's bad. Well, you can do it one or two ways. You can find some scrap art online and kind of piece something together, usually like PNGs, and use just kind of turn it into transparencies. Or you can find someone that's handy with graphics and ask them if they can help you out. Make it in vector. Yeah, that's a good one. The voice and video are out of sync. Panda, this is probably going to be one of the more janky live streams. You're making me paranoid, man. But if it's that bad, we could do something. Let's have a vote. Do you guys want me to stop the stream trying to figure stuff out, or we just want to keep going? I'll give you guys a few moments to respond. All right. Just making sure. Panda, I think you're trolling me a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. Have everyone restart. Yeah. Have you tried turning it on and off again? All right. So, this is my little cheat sheet. I was practicing this earlier because I actually did something similar to this on my gravel grinder. I wrapped two different colors on the handlebars, and it turned out really sweet. So I wanted to recreate that. So there is a video that taught me how to do this, but there was no audio. I appreciate it, Panda. Check your TCP/IP settings. Sure. Do I need to also get the Vampire loopback adapter a little bit of a jangle? But anyways, the video that I watched, it was about as clear as mud, so I had to kind of figure things out as I went, which was always fun. I actually had to do that this morning because I had to remind myself how to do this because it had been like 1/10 your MTU. Man, do you still need to do that? I remember back in the day that was an issue, but with like Windows 10, I thought they sorted that out. I'm on Google Fiber, so I don't know if I need to do that these days or not. Google Fiber is my answer for every internet problem. Google Fiber. Nice, yeah. Yeah, remember the old dial-up days. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, you essentially measure the circumference of your tube, handlebar, whatever, just like that. And then you basically are going to fold it exactly as much as you can over itself until you get something that looks roughly like this. It doesn't have to be perfect, especially with this electrical tape. You get a little bit more freedom than you do with handlebars. And then I just kind of crease it over like that. And that's the first half of this done. So the next half, rub it in your half fiber. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know. Hashtag first world problems, right? All right, so the second bit, and this is where it gets a little confusing if people don't explain it to you. You want to follow this line with this tape. So we're going to turn it over to be able to see what we're doing. But you essentially want to bring this over here. Hang on. Oh, it's getting sticky, and I'm confusing myself. There we go. I don't know, maybe I should have just had you guys watch the video that I watched earlier. It might have been more clear. Or I could have done like the whole cooking show where it's like, and here's one I prepared earlier. There we go. There we go. All right. So now I have this lined up like that, more or less. Like I said, electrical tape, you get a little bit more of a wiggle room. And then you're going to fold this over onto there. There we go. Sweet. And now comes the fun part. Actually wrapping this. So I'm going to start right here. And if I don't keep up with the chat for the first few minutes, I apologize. I wish I understood what's going on. I wish I understood what was going on too, Panda. That's why I'm not really making this as a how-to, more or less like a, so we're just going to do this and talk today. All right. So I'm going to bring this over and up just to get it. And I'm following along the crease exactly. Now we're going to bring this up. And the first pass is always the roughest, because you're trying to figure everything out. As you can tell by the thumbnail, I got this right the first time. No, I didn't. I failed miserably the first time. Once you get it started, it is actually a lot easier. Then it just kind of becomes repetitive. How did I start this? Okay, now I think I remember how to do this. You bring it up, over. I promise you guys this is going to go somewhere cool. I've been practicing all day for this. There we go. All right. Now it goes over. Now we're going to go somewhere. All right. There we go. Bring that over. Bring that onto it. Now we bring this over. And now we start getting our diamond forming. It also doesn't help that I'm using black tape on black tape. There we go. Now I bring the black over. Yes, I did do the chainstay on the thumbnail. That was like, I swear I know how I'm doing this. I did it before, I promise you. So yeah. Okay. Now we're actually starting to go somewhere. There we go. Let me put this up here, so that way I can actually look up at it. How many grams are you asking? I don't know. After I'm done, probably at least another 20 grams, dude. I have not been doing a good job at keeping this thing lightweight. In fact, it is pretty heavy. This thing is 33 pounds with the 29er wheel set on there. So it's a bit chubby. It's ironic that it's actually lighter with the 27 plus wheels on there. Whoop. There we go. Yeah, it's funny that it's lighter with the 27 plus tires on there, because on the 29ers I decided to go with downhill casings, because obviously that's a smart idea. There we go. Nice, Michael. How was it up there? Out there, up there, around there, over and through. All right. Now it's starting to form something cool. Oh no! Yeah, dude, I've done that. I get super paranoid about my footage now. I do not delete anything until I know for a fact I have it copied. And then when I do get it copied, I back it up to like 2 different places at least. So I feel for you, man. I feel for you. I've been in that situation. It's not fun, especially when you had like a super awesome day. There we go. All right. Yeah, I'd say that's starting to come together now. You guys are getting the point now. The top, I don't really care too much about. That's going to get chowdered up anyways. How many people do we have watching? I'm curious. 18 watching. Not bad. Not bad for a Sunday. Not bad for a lazy Sunday. Hopefully most people are actually out riding instead of watching me fumble around with electrical tape. I'm excited for Off Camber tonight because Eric is doing a video on crashes and recovery stories. And he has Mr. Seth Bike Hacks on there. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool to be able to get Seth on there. So I'm looking forward to that. Snowmobiling. Yeah, dude, Austin right now has been getting weird weather. We got like freezing rain last night, and then this morning there were thunder claps in the early morning. And I'm just like, well, you know what? No, something's wrong. Somebody left the thermostat set to the wrong setting. There we go. Yeah, it was wicked weird. Wicked weird. Slurring my words. Bring that up and over. You know what? I'm not doing that much better, man. This went a lot smoother when I didn't have all y'all watching me, judging me quietly from your computers, making sounds. Nope, shouldn't have done that. I think it's looking pretty sweet so far. What do you guys think? I think it'll look cool. Keep in mind, this is meant to get chewed up and spit out and replaced in a few months anyway, so. Stupid little. Looks like cultural appropriation. Oh, panda. No problem, man. I figure half the stuff that you say is just troll bait. What's up, Mike? Exactly, G. No one really lives here. Shoot. I don't think I've ever met an Austin native. I've met someone that's lived in Austin longer than I have. Just like I've yelled at a few people for coming in and ruining the city. Let's see what's on. All right. Getting my wires crossed now. There we go. I'll bring the black around. It gets really hard as you go down the chainstay because then it gets smaller and the rotation gets weird and it was rough. I think most places are actually like that. Like anywhere worth living, you're always going to have the people that are like, welcome to insert city name here. Now go away. You know, that kind of. that kind of mood. I know that Colorado Springs, of all places, is getting to be that way, where like once upon a time that was just a military town that you know, you were born there and then you moved away. You didn't really stay there unless you fell cursed to the small town. If anyone's a Patton Oswalt fan out there, they know what I'm referring to. Yeah, maybe not. Dude, from my view, it doesn't look like the chainstay side. It looks like the brake side. Yeah, I got you guys mounted up at kind of a weird angle here, so I'll take a break here in a second, and we'll survey the damages, so that way you guys can critique, ask questions. Also, just because I don't want this whole live stream to me just kind of grunting into the microphone, just eh. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick break. I'm going to put my fingerprints all over this. Pop this out. Can I pop this out? Sorry if I'm making you guys sick. There we go. All right, a little bit of a whoop-de-woodle trip here. So basically, this is where we're kind of at right now. What do you guys think? What do you think of that? Originally, I was going to do all black here, but I decided that I wanted the red there. So the diamond pattern is kind of following around the ridge here. I still haven't mastered being able to get the diamond pattern exactly where I want it to be. So yeah, what do you guys think of that? Think it looks pretty cool? For something that's going to get beat to crap in a couple months. You know, I could get really crafty with it if I wanted to, but I wanted to keep it simple. Like I said, this is going to get beat up. Hey, Monster Vlogger. Glad you can make it. I know that work has been working you hard. There we go. Could I do 3 colors? So Panda, I have seen examples of people doing 3 colors, but I, you know, don't want to abuse myself in that way. I already have a hard enough time doing 2 colors, as you guys can tell. I feel like I got myself backed into a corner here for some reason. Yeah, come over there. Come over this way. I had this problem when I did my bars as well, where like I felt like I backed myself into a corner and I spent like 5 minutes futzing about on one spot on the bar. There we go. I think I might have to practice this a few more times and then do like a proper video on it where like I'm not under pressure. I'm not feeling like a putz. And I can actually make it look like the way I had it envisioned in my head. Yeah, I've seen something like that, Panda, and those people are a lot more clever than I am to be able to figure out how to bend space, time, and reality around their whim. There we go. I think it's looking pretty boss though. That or take a whole lot of shrooms. I think that's really what the Matrix taught us. There we go. Nice. I'd probably watch it. Shot for shot remake of the Matrix. Definitely some original content there, Panda. All right, we're getting close. The backside does not look as pretty, but that's okay. Most people are going to look at it from the drive side anyways. All right, bring that down and over. Next video is when the contest ends. Oh yeah, you're doing that the 360 camera thing. I saw that. I'm very interested to see where 360 technology goes. I definitely don't think it's going to replace like something like my GH5, but as far as POV footage and getting some very interesting perspectives, they are going to be pretty awesome. Just because of the fact that instead of having to hold all this expensive hardware on your chest, you just have one very expensive piece of hardware on your chest. What do you guys think? If you could get your hands on a 360 camera, would you go for it? Give me your address and some money for shipping, and I'll send you soldered LED for driver. Maybe. I saw your video about the headlamps, Panda. That was some pretty legit work there that you did. This is a very bright headlamp. Really? You like the gimbal look? I think I understand what you're saying, that 360 has a little bit more distortion. Is that what you're saying? Because it usually does. Those ultra wide lenses are stupid distorting. Yep. Panda, let me think about that, because I have a few projects that I already have in the hopper too that's going to require me working on some stuff. You guys may have saw on my Instagram that I'm playing around with my GoPro again, but my GoPro Hero 4. And instead of audio, I'm messing around with the video stuff, because the Lone Ranger got me playing around with SuperView. He and BCPOV. They're really big fans of it. They like to shoot ultra wide, and it definitely gives it a very nice look and feel, because you can pretty much see everything. But I don't like how SuperView distorts the top and bottom of the image by smushing everything together. And so I'm playing around with different lens options for the GoPro. And right now, I have a test lens, literally just hot glued onto onto my GoPro. I'll show you guys here in a second. It's really janky looking, but I took it for a couple rides, and I'm actually already pretty intrigued with the results. And I will be doing a little bit of a walkthrough on how to do that stuff. .360 camera gimbals. Oh man, is that like dehydrated water? Just add water. All right, we are almost there, guys. All right. So here's a question for the class. How do you think that I should finish this? Should I keep the red here and then wrap it with red, or should I go black to finish it off? I think it might look nice to just kind of bookend it with the red. Panda says black. Got one vote for red. Hey Josh, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know. I think it might look nice to kind of end it in some red. Let's see if I can maybe weave this a little bit further though. Oop, that's what happened. Got backed up. Finish with orange. Aha! How come you didn't get a notification for this, Steven? I don't know. That is freaking YouTube, man. Like the scheduled events are completely borked right now. If you set up a scheduled live stream, oftentimes it like just completely busts on you. So between that and the demonetization issues that all of us have been facing, it's getting a wee bit frustrating to stay on the YouTube platform. Okay, we're almost to the end here because my fingers can only bend so much. All right. Josh, so this is a Chromag Rootdown BA 2017. Yeah, it does, man. It looks, I like it. I think it looks pretty sweet. All right, you know what? It was a 50-50 vote, and I think I'm going to finish it off by splitting down the middle, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that. So we're just going to wrap that over. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. See if I can do this. Let's see if this will work. No, not so much. All right. We'll just do this instead. There we go. Double wrap it. Double wrap. You got to double wrap it to be sure, guys. You never know. All right. And there we go. That is a braided chainstay protector. Move this over here for the second. Boop. Let me give you guys a little bit better of a view. All right. Had too much coffee today, so let's see if I can frame this up without making you guys sick. There we go. I would say that is a pretty sweet chainstay protector, if I say so myself. What do you guys think? I think that was worth the, what time is it? Yeah, about 42 minutes that I spent on it. Not too bad. So, nice. All right, let me put this down. There we go. There's a couple other spots that I want to treat with some helicopter tape. Actually, let's do this instead. Let's just ditch the Brio. Let's just ditch it. Bring this up. Whee! You guys nauseous yet? All right. So yeah, this is a Chomag Rootdown BA. I have been liking the crap out of this guy. For a hardtail, it sure as heck is pretty capable. Yeah, Josh, I freaking love it. I won't lie, going from a plus-sized, full suspension Yeti carbon fiber, I was worried that I got a little too soft for a steel hardtail. But I'm happy to say that it is really fun. Once I got the tire pressure dialed in, this thing just goes up and down and over most everything. It is fast, yo. That VTEC kicks in. Blow the welds off your doors. Yeah, it's worth at least 20 grams of weight savings, unsprung. All right. So I've just been neglecting a few little spots. So I'm going to put on this this helicopter tape. If you don't have this stuff is awesome. This is like, I think it's like 20 bucks for a roll of this stuff, and it'll last you like 5 bikes easy. What's up, ice cream trucker? We're just hanging out. Exactly, Michael. A NOS sticker too. Doesn't matter if you actually have NOS. You just need to put the NOS sticker on there so that way everyone knows you're serious in your mom's Toyota Corolla. The tires, the front is 2.8, the rear is 3.0. I'm actually having some problems with 3.0 in the back. I have a knobby nick on the rear, which, as most of you may have seen from my video, I was having issues when I first put it on. Just wasn't digging it. And silly me, I have been putting off a very important bike purchase that you should always do when you have plus size tires, and that is a proper tire gauge. So when I finally got the proper tire gauge, I realized how poorly my tires were calibrated. Once I got the air pressure dialed in, it was much better. I have not compared the Knobbies to the Havocs. Man, plus size tires are expensive, and so as much as I wish I could, you know, be like Alex Chamberlain and just go through a box of tires, I have a lot of stuff on the to buy list. So yeah, I would say that the 3-inch tires are fun for absorbing all the impacts, but the wheels need to get redished. The real ones it's like a little bit too far to the drive side, so I need to see if it's possible to get the wheel redished to the non-drive side, just like a millimeter, just because I'm worried about all that rubbing. And actually, I'm going to put a little bit of tape in there. I've never had a hype man. What does a hype man do? Do they, like when I'm standing on top of the hill, tell everyone just how cool it'll look when I go down it when I fall flat on my face? Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I actually had that since I was a kid. It's a fun little keepsake from my wee days. All right, a little bit of speed tape there. What's up, Only the Bold? All right. I was debating like wrapping this with some clear tape just to give it a little bit of an extra helping, but I don't feel like investing that much time or money into it. I will, however, take care of these little bit of an excess on the there we go, on the zip ties. There we go. A little bit of speed tape. What else? Trying to think of anywhere else I've been noticing rubbing. So Only the Bold. I have not ridden it on the trails, but I have ridden it on a parking lot, the Stash 29 Plus. When I say it's a lot of bike, I mean like physical size. It is a lot of bike. I think it's fun. It's definitely for someone who wants as simple a design as possible, but still have it be comfortable. It's definitely kind of an adventure bike almost. An adventure bike that you can actually take down some chundry stuff if it's not loaded up. That's my opinion on it. It's not very thorough though. So I did mention something to you guys and I did want to show it to you because I think it's pretty cool and it's hilariously janky. Let's see. Anthony, yeah, sorry. I had 2 cameras, but this setup was not as thoroughly thought out as my Chromag build. So this is more of just hanging out. And quite honestly, I'm just putting on helicopter tape, so not that interesting. Yeah, let me show you that, Anthony, why we're here. show it again. So we just worked on this. Used 2 different types of electrical tape to braid together a chainstay protector. So that way, all the nasty little pits that are hiding under there don't start to rust out and people don't laugh at me and tell me that I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, right? It's pretty sick. Now let me do this. So that way people coming into the live stream are not like, what are we even here for? By the way, I love this tripod. It's like 20 bucks. It is the UFO Ulanzi, I think that's how you pronounce it. UFO. It's like a super, super cool. There we go. It's like a super cool $20 tripod, and it is pretty legit. There we go. Bring that up. Put that right there. Zoop. There we go. Hi from the UK, Ed. Thank you for joining us from the UK. That's pretty cool, man. I like to see that I'm making an international impact as I make you nauseous for moving around the camera. My apologies. Just trying to get things shifted around here a little bit. Probably there. All right. Yeah, you're right. There is a really bad stutter there. Anyways, one little cool thing that I'll show you guys here that I'm working on. I took the lens off of my GoPro and put on a wired one. I would not recommend it yet until I get a chance to really diagnose some weird optical issues. But it's pretty cool because if you like the idea of super view without the scrunched head look, because basically what super view is, it takes a 4:3 image and then squishes it down into 16:9, so that way you get more top and bottom visibility, but at the cost of distortion, and I'm not a fan of it. Do I ever do trail building? Yes. Actually, I've been trying to keep tabs on the Austin Ridge Riders, their local mountain bike community group, and they do a ton of trail building out here in Austin. And it's really fun if you've never done it before to do some trail building. Even if you're like brand spanking new to mountain biking and you just got a bike and you don't have anyone to ride with, I guarantee you, go to one trail build. They'll show you exactly what to do. You don't need any knowledge. After one trail build, you'll have at least 2 riding buddies. Because if you're willing to go out there and ride on or work on the trails you're riding on, people tend to think you're a pretty cool person. Yes, they are a part of IMBA. Thanks, Cooper. I think it looks pretty sick. It's I can't wait to take it out and tear it up. So that way I can rebuild it in like 3 months. Take it easy, shredding. Schwain. Sorry, throat's wicked dry. It's hot in here. Am I coming to Sedona Mountain Bike Festival in March? Man, I wish. I have some pretty big news coming down the pipe. So my travel plans have been kind of reduced down to 2 locations this year. I just bought an Evoc bike bag to be able to take my bike everywhere and go traveling, and Kristen was going to come too. But some things came up. Good things, but things came up. And now I'm like, okay, well, I am now only going to go to 2 places. I'm going to be going to Bellingham and I'm going to be going to Colorado. So you guys will find out. I still need to finish some things in the background to make sure that I'm actually ready to announce it. But I think you guys will be pretty stoked when I make an announcement. What am I drinking? I am drinking the finest tap water that Austin Utilities has to offer. Cooper, yeah, it's pretty cool. When am I going to Bellingham? That is up to my buddy Paul. He is currently in school for journalism, photojournalism, and he has an internship with Kona Mountain Bike. And we are going to try to sync up because it might be fun for me to help him on a video shoot. Because we've known each other since we were like little munchkins this big running around at a skate park, and I was the squid holding the camera, so it'd be kind of cool. Josh Daly MTB, yes, if I can swing it, I'm definitely going to be meeting up with him. I've been wanting to get to meet him in person. He seems like a cool guy. And Crashing Dad, yes, he and I are kind of talking about some collaborations in the background. Nothing that we're going to announce yet, but some pretty fun stuff. Do you think, hey, what's up, JT? Cooper, I'll get to your question in a second. Kristen, what's your favorite type of trail? My favorite type of trail? Man, that's so hard to choose. My favorite type of trail is the one that has a little bit of everything, and that's why I like Austin so much, because it's a lot what I like to refer to as extreme XC. Like, there's hill country, so you can go do bombing downhill sections, but you can just get right on a trail, and it's like up and down punchy climbs with some flow, with some tech. Those are the type of trails that I love. Something that keeps you on your toes, that you can't just, flow is awesome, but I don't want to do flow all the time. So those are my favorite kind of trails. Cooper, do you think Seth and you could do a collab? Do I think we could do one? Sure. Do we have anything planned? No. Seth and I have chatted casually through his Patreon, but as far as setting up a collab, my time is pretty crunched right now. His time is super crunched. I haven't asked him, so can't answer that directly because I haven't really asked him. I'm sure it's possible if I actually went through the effort to talk to him. Yeah, PNW is awesome, man. Bellingham is an insane town. Definitely visit if you can. Yeah, Gun Oil Black Lager, really awesome. 512 Brewery is another one. The Lone Pint, I don't think it's an Austin brewery, but it's pretty well known here in Austin, especially the Yellow Rose Smash IPA. Oh, it's so good. It's nice and crisp. It's not a heavy IPA. It's like a super crisp, refreshing IPA. Yeah, gee, Seth is kind of down and out, and even when he gets the okay to ride again, I think that he's going to take it easy because, as many of us know, as you get older, those injuries take longer to heal, and it's a lot easier to re-injure yourself. Would I ever come here to ride the UK if I ever got the chance? Absolutely. It's so crazy to be able to go anywhere basically and ride a mountain bike. The UK is something that I have definitely been wanting to get around to doing just on general purpose because the whole area is pretty awesome. I would totally do it. The trails look fun, a little soupy sometimes, but maybe during the summer when it rains less. I don't know, when's the best time to come visit the UK for mountain biking? Because I know it rains a lot. That's the stereotypical joke, but when's the ideal time? Yes, generally the daytime is the most preferred time to go riding. Gee, that is very true. Night rides are something that I have been putting off. I, I don't know why. I think it's because I look at the headlights that you need. Some of them I know that there's affordable ones out there, but the ones that are reliable that won't burn your house down when you charge them are stupid expensive. And so I don't know. I guess for me, in Austin, we do night riding during the summertime, and generally it's just too freaking hot anyways. To be fair, Panda, you built yours. It is super awesome looking, though, just because of how ridiculously bright it is. But, oh, speaking of Seth, how many of you guys are tuning in for tonight's off-camber? That's being hosted over at No Front Brakes, a.k.a. Eric, because I believe he has MTB blind stuff, ride rate review, and Seth Bike Hacks. They are going to be on there talking about injuries, since everyone knows that Seth is out of commission right now. So past injuries, how we got over them, all that stuff. I'm going to be watching. I'm super interested to hear about everyone's stories because I've injured myself, but it's always been like superficial, like maybe a little bit of soft tissue that just took a couple weeks, but I've never broken a bone, ever, like in my life. And I know that putting it out there to the universe means like next month I'll probably like snap my collarbone in two. Eric, are you sure you can make it? Gee, it is going to be at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so here in Texas. And I'm actually probably going to wrap up soon. I gave myself 2 hours of space between my live stream and Eric's live stream. That way, if I went over, no worries. And I figure, give you guys a reprieve. Go have dinner. Go say hello to your significant other. Play with your kids. Go play fetch with your dogs. So that way, you can come back nice and refreshed and ready to watch the guys talk about all the devastating injuries they have inflicted on their bodies. So late summer, Ed. Late summers is generally the good time. Cooper, do you feel that when riding hardtail you have to be more conscious about line choice as opposed to just plowing through things like on a full suspension? Yes. I mean, one, you definitely feel the impacts a lot more. It hurts. Like if you're acting as the suspension, so if you're not ready to absorb something, that at best is getting transferred up your spine. Worst case scenario, it's going to buck you off the bike if it's a big enough hit. When I have the 29ers on here, I am super critical about my line choice because with the plus size tires, I can hit off camber rocks and roots, and pretty much the tires and the suspension are going to bail me out of any stupid decisions. Whereas with the 29ers, hitting off camber root is probably going to send me flying sideways, making awkward noises as I hit the ground. So definitely, and that's why I wanted to build up a hardtail. I definitely feel that sometimes I get a little bit lazy having a 150 millimeter fork up front with plus size tires that let me plow through stuff. I get lazy. Though when I'm filming, I definitely take my Yeti because I'm carrying 20 to 30 pounds of camera gear, so that extra cushioning does come in handy. So I'll never get rid of my Yeti. Yeah, no one likes getting bucked, man. Do I have a Patreon? No, and I've been slowly chipping away at it. The channel is going to kind of go through a very interesting evolution because once upon a time, I said that I want to do this as a full-time job, and I still do. But I've kind of slowly started to decide that what I want my YouTube channel to be is my hangout place, my community. And then I am kind of working to slowly transition into doing videos, especially for mountain biking, as a full-time career. So like working with bike shops, working with riders, working with companies that need some content created. But I'm going to be very specific about what comes into my channel versus what I make for them. If they ask me to make something, that's a client. I'm going to make stuff for them. But if it's something that I'm interested in, that's the only time I'm going to let it come into here, because I don't want to betray your guys' trust. And I don't want to be a slave to YouTube money and all that stuff. So I think that that'll kind of be a fun way to be able to do this as a job, but still be able to like have fun and make cool videos for you guys, like the vlogs. I've been working on more vlogs, and they're usually just kind of a, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I strapped a camera and did this with it? That's usually what kind of inspires the vlogs. So tell me what you guys think about that. I'll still probably create like a Patreon, but I'm going to be making it very clear when I'm working on something for a client, and if I think it's something cool, I might make my own version of that. But I'm always going to be very adamant about, I got this for free, or I'm working with someone and they hooked me up with this bike for a day. So here's my thoughts. What do you guys think about that? Hey, Josh. The Warma Trail, your downhill park has horrible ruts. Yeah. What's up, biker? Yeah, thanks for catching the live stream, man. You think it's okay, Ed. You're a little nervous about me becoming a full-time videographer and sometimes getting hooked up with parts. I know that it's a hard balance to strike, especially like Brian, BKXC is going through this with his, oh my gosh, I forgot the bike name. He recently got hooked up with a bike from a company. So that has been something that he has kind of grappled with himself, of like trying to make sure he's staying true to the community while helping build his career in a way. Or Bea, thank you. Goodness. I'm sure he's going to give me crap for that later. Probably send me a message. Yeah, and that's the thing, Michael. I don't think it's so much I'm going to quit my job. It's that I'm going to slowly start taking on private gigs with, like I said, local riders who need something very high polish, like they're trying to get sponsorship and they need a demo reel, or a local bike company or a local bike shop that needs a little bit of promotional stuff to do. And like I said, it's going to be very strict on, I'm not the one standing in front of the camera giving the spiel. They're going to have their talent. I'm just filming it, editing it, and handing it to them. Their opinions are their own. When I see something that I think is cool and I like, then I'm going to bring it onto this channel, and I'm going to be the one voicing my opinions, and I will be harsh if I need to be harsh. Like if I see something wrong with a product, I'm going to point out the issues. I'm not going to pull any punches, because even if I got it for free, I still look at it like, well, if I had to buy this, I wouldn't be happy. Matt, the answer to that is whichever one feels best to you, man. They're all good bikes. I mean, Yeti is a little bit generic. I mean, all the Yetis are good. The Specialized Enduro is fantastic, and the Intense Recluse is, hadn't seen it myself, but it seems pretty awesome. So honestly, you can't go wrong with any three or more, since you just kind of put Yeti. But yeah, ride them all, and whichever one speaks to you the most, that's the answer. You're definitely looking at awesome bikes there. How old am I? I'm 32. I have been in the IT industry for enough. I've basically been in the IT industry since I was a working adult. So that gives you an idea. Josh, I am heading to Colorado. As I mentioned, I had big plans to travel all around the US and some parts of Canada this year, but some stuff came up, and so I've had to really shrink down my travel plans to just 2 locations. One is Bellingham, Washington, which no date set for that, and also Colorado, which right now probably June-ish is when that trip is probably going to be happening. But I'll keep you guys abreast on stuff. It's not bad. Nothing bad happened. It's good stuff. It's just I need to be careful about my money and where I'm traveling to this year. Dual leather chainstay. Oh, a leather chainstay protector. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think I've seen something like that. I know, Michael. Like, I was joking. We all joke about that because Biker, IT, Jordan, IT, MTB, Savant, IT, Brian, IT, Seth, IT, everyone. Who would have thought that a bunch of geeky people that deal with numbers and engineering things would geek out about mountain bikes? Although the whole flinging ourselves down a mountain is kind of a weird spot, but I don't know. The joke is not lost on any of us. Did I design my logo? I did. I basically stole a bunch of clip art and put it together. I am working with someone to come up with a design. I had reached out to a bunch of designers, but they all were a little bit too expensive. But then someone stepped up who kind of blew me away when they made an offer, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. Thanks, man. I wasn't expecting that. So you know who you are, and I appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to what we cook up. Bellingham, summer's like Texas in the winter. Yes, actually, which is why it's going to be awesome to try and hit that in the summer. You go, hey man, yeah, you know what? All joking aside, Michael, if you are handy in civil engineering, and you do want to build trails, find your local mountain bike group, because having someone that can survey the land and know exactly how the erosion's going to work and how to get permits and get around all that legal red tape, you are going to get so many cases of free beer. So, all kidding aside, that you have some handy skill sets there. So, utilize them. You could definitely do a lot of cool stuff with that, man. Fiverr. Yeah, I've seen that website. You can get some good stuff off of Fiverr. Sometimes not so great. What type of dropper post is this? This is the PNW, Pacific Northwest, PNW Components Rainier Dropper. And I'm actually working on a video on it right now, if the freaking weather would start to cooperate, because funny enough, the weather here has turned into the Pacific Northwest, where it's like pea soup green every day and cloudy, and the sun hasn't shined in like 3 weeks. It's ridiculous. It was not Bellingham stickers. It was actually someone here local in Austin. I'm sure you do, Michael. All right, guys. Well, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Lewis. Can you be my dad? I could. What? No, I'm good. Can I be your dad? No, but I can be your friend. I can be your friend, Lewis. So anyways, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Because like I said, Eric, No Front Brakes, is going to be streaming in about an hour. And he's got Ride Rate Review, MTB Blind Stuff, Seth Bikes Hacks, all on his live stream tonight. They're going to be talking about injuries. So make sure you tune in to No Front Brakes at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I can be your neighbor biker. Well, not really, because well, you know what? It's not the weirdest question I've ever gotten, guys. So I'll let it pass. We'll let it pass. Yes, it's going to be there. I'm going to be on that live stream. So anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close this up. And I hope to see you guys on Eric's live stream tonight. But until next time, get out there and find your next adventure.